welcome to Cards by Kate Fletcher YouTube channel. Today's video is a get to know me video. My channel's been up since August and I haven't actually done one of these videos, so I thought it was about time. Now I don't normally film this, I don't like filming this, which is why you normally only see these, so I'm being a bit brave today. So I've got some notes on my lap, just try and make sure I remember everything, so if I look down, that's why. So I started card making around 2015. I was going through a divorce and it was a really horrible time, and I read a book. It was a fiction book, and basically someone in a similar situation, and in the book she wrote out a list of things she wanted to do, and then that kind of got her through the situation. So I thought, well, that's quite a good idea. So I made a list of things that I'd like to do or try, and on the list was card making. And I remember going to the Works and Hobbycraft in the same day and just buying the most random things. Now I look back, it was the most random things, but I didn't have a clue what I was doing. And I think the first few cards, don't get me wrong, I was proud as punch of those first few cards, but looking back now, I literally cringe. I was like, those were so bad. But everyone has to start somewhere, right? And then I really fell in love with it. I loved being creative. I loved paper pads from day one, I'm not gonna lie. I think the first paper board I bought was House Couple Ditch, and I didn't obviously know who she was, but I bought a 12 by 12 and it was one of her Christmas ones, and that just started a love affair with paper pads. They are my biggest weakness, they are my kryptonite. I cannot resist paper pads. But yeah, so then I loved it and I kept going with it, and then I discovered Facebook groups, and then I discovered Craft-Stash Facebook Live, and that was first interactive online thing that I tried, and I got in right at the beginning. Like, I remember Jeanette, I can't remember what the other lady's name is, I've literally been sat here racking my brain. Anyway, she left really soon, and then Claire came in, and it was great. It was literally, you'd sit down, you'd have your cup of tea, all the Facebook regulars would have a little chat in comments, Jeanette would be making stuff, Claire would be sometimes joining in, sometimes reading comments, sometimes, you know, showing bits. Yeah, there was giveaways, but that's not really what it was about back then. I think now that's why a lot of people watch, but it's not why we were there in the first place. And it was just like really nice, and they got to know us as the regulars because they saw our names in the comments every week, and we kind of all knew who each other were, and it was just a really nice little community to be part of. And it was before they brought in people like Christina Griffiths and Helen Griffin and Claire Rowlands, and it was literally, they do stuff with apple blossom products or creative products or lawn fawn or, you know, that kind of thing, and it was really, really nice. It was a really great little community. I loved the sessions, I never missed one. I was always watching, always joining in. Yeah, I did win a few prizes, but as I say, it wasn't about prizes, it was more than that, and it was great fun. And then I started watching the videos that were on their inspiration section, and I actually believe, I really do think, Jeanette taught me to ink blend. I didn't have a clue about ink blending, and it was something I wanted to have a go at. And I'd bought a few distress inks and I had the little round dobber thing. Couldn't do it. Literally couldn't work it out. And there was a video on the Craft-Stash vlog thing. Literally watched it over and over, crafted along with it until I could do it. So, you know, you could learn stuff. It was brilliant. And now it's kind of taken off, and they have a guest every week, and now Jeanette's gone. She left. But yeah, they've gone in a different direction. And like Claire Rowlands was on there on Friday. I love Claire. I met Claire. I was really lucky. I got to do a workshop with Claire at Craft Stash. Can you imagine? I was like Tigger on acid or something the day I found out that I was going Craft Stash. I was the happiest girl in the world. Like, everyone at work knew. Everyone was kind of keeping up my way. I think I scared them a bit, but I was so happy. And like, I showed my boss the email, and then I showed someone else, and I was like, just tell me I'm not dreaming. I was so happy. So excited. And then a couple of days later I found out I was pregnant, so it was a pretty good week. But where am I going with that? I don't know where I was going with that. Yeah, don't know. Okay, so a little bit more about me as opposed to crafty me. I got remarried in 2018, and I organised our honeymoon. We went to Scotland. We went to the Isle of Mull. It's a really special place for me personally, but my husband luckily loves it too. And within the month of us being married, I fell pregnant, and in June last year I had our very beautiful little baby girl. She's called Philippa Elsie. I don't put her on social media, so it would be extremely rare for you to see a picture of her. I'm a first time mum. Like all first time mums, I haven't got a clue what I'm doing. I'm just trying my best. But she's such a happy baby. She's such a good baby. She's so chilled. She's just everything. I can't even describe. I love her so much. Her name, Philippa Elsie. Elsie was my nan's middle name, and I was really close with my nan. And my nan died when I was 18. And I wanted to have a link to her in Philippa's name, so we gave her Elsie as the middle name. And Philippa means friend of horses, which is quite ironic because as well as 2 dogs, I do have a pony. Please don't get me wrong, I'm in no way posh. I'm not privileged. I worked hard for the horse and to keep her, and I'm constantly skint because I have a pony. But she is the best horse, honestly. She's almost human. Like, she talks, like, obviously not like we do, but she does talk to you, and she tries really hard. She's just really special. We do dressage, nothing fancy, I can assure you. I am not the next Charlotte Desjardins. I do very low level dressage, but she loves it and she tries really hard, and I try really hard, and I think she's better than I am, to be honest. And it's not always easy, especially now. Do you know, winter is the worst time when you have horses. The winter is the time where we all sit there going, what the hell was I thinking? Because it's cold and it's wet and it's miserable and it's windy, and it's just the worst time of year. But she is my sanity, and I wouldn't be without her. And yeah, she's just incredible, and I'm really, really lucky. But funny story, when I was pregnant and I would go out, obviously you have to poo pick the field. I'd go out, and the bigger I got, the more she was with me. Like, normally she's just in the field and she doesn't care. And the bigger I got, she'd start following me around the field. And like right before I gave birth, and like I would be one side of the berth and she was as close as she could get with her head sticking around the side going, I'm right here, I'm right here. And she literally would follow me round and round and round. So she knew what was going to happen. I think she was looking after mummy. But equally, she absolutely adores the baby. It's not my baby, it's her baby. I swear she thinks it's her baby. If another horse goes near the pram, she tells it off. She has had her head as close to the pram as she can and gone to sleep. She would put her head in the pram if I would let her, but I don't. I have the baby with me, like near the school when I'm working her. If the baby starts shouting, she's listening to the baby, not me. Philippa wants to be involved now. She's at the age where she doesn't just want to sit in the pram, mummy. I want to do the pony. She's only 8 months old. She's not even 8 months old, but she knows she just wants to be involved, and she loves Sophie. She gets the biggest smile on her face whenever she sees her. And I remember a little while ago I was trying to ride, and it was getting close to nap time. And the baby was screaming. Me and Sophie walked the baby around the school till she went to sleep. Then I got up, did what we needed to do, got off, walked them both up the yard. She's so good. She's just the best pony, and Philippa adores her. So anyway, so Scotland, I've briefly touched on Scotland. The Isle of Mull is a really special island to me. I've been going there since I was literally a baby. My aunt moved there before I was even born, and she stayed there until she died, which was very sadly just before Philippa was born last year. And in 2005 I lived with her and I worked on the island. And I've just always gone back 2 or 3 times a year. We literally, in the visitor book for where we stay, I was going through it a little while ago and I was literally on every other page in 2017. Every other page, we were there. I was like, oh. I think we had a bit of a problem that year. We couldn't stay away. And we went up just after Philippa was born, and we took her because we had to go to the funeral. And then we went up again in October, and I'm sure we're going again this year. I don't ever see me not going to the Isle of Mull. It literally, I get off the ferry and I feel like I can breathe, and I feel at peace, and I feel free, and all my worries and troubles, just the weight of the world just goes boom. And because there's no mobile signal on quite a bit, it's like no one can contact me. So when I was in full-time work and I had a very stressful job and I knew work couldn't get hold of me, and it was great because I could literally shut off for a week and just recharge my batteries. Not so much now because obviously I'm on maternity leave, but my job's not stressful anymore because I left it. I now work for a roofing company and I pick and pack orders, and it's great. But I'm on maternity leave, so I don't do anything except look after my baby at the moment. And craft and talk to you guys. I forgot what I was saying. But yeah, so Isle of Mull is just beautiful, and there's so much inspiration. It doesn't matter whether you're looking at the heather or the bracken or the sea eagles or the dolphins or the basking sharks or just the scenery. It's just beautiful. There's inspiration everywhere up there, and a lot of creative people live there or go there, and it's just the seafood there is just out of this world, and it's fresh, just incredible. But I need to stop her from rolling, so like, how's it even going to work? Hopefully hubby will work at home. Hopefully I won't have to worry. Oh dear. So I want to talk now about people I watch on YouTube and why. So I want to start with like the UK people that I watch. I don't know a single crafter that doesn't watch Mixed Up Crafts. Such a talented lady, so much inspiration, very easy to follow tutorials. Enough said. everyone knows her, everyone watches her, she's fantastic. People I watch on a regular basis and not just dive in and out of, love the Scottish Crafter. She's fantastic and she's real, and she's totally different style to me, but I think that's what I like watching. And the albums, my god, they're fantastic. I've really got to try to make an album this year. I'm not sure when, but at some point I want to try and make an album or a journal. I got to try something. But yeah, I love watching Scottish Crafter, and some of her design team stuff lately, there's an AliExpress one she's got, and the stuff, my god, it's cheap as chips, really good quality, and the dies are huge. So yeah, she's seriously tempting me to spend money, which I really shouldn't do, and I haven't got a big enough die cutting machine, so I mustn't do it, but it's really tempting. And then I love Laura, Mrs. Stationery and stuff. A lot of my current subscribers actually came from Laura because she was really lovely in January, and there were 3 of us she picked out, and just out of the blue she asked her subscribers to come follow us and watch us, and a lot of you did. So thank you for coming over if you did come from Mrs. Stationery and stuff, and thank you very much to Laura for doing such a very kind thing. I can't tell you how big the smile was on my face that first night when I first started getting the notifications that people were subscribing and stuff. I was like, what's going on? And then I had a look, and then I saw people saying they'd come from Mrs. Stationery and stuff. Then I went on YouTube and I saw the video, and I was like, oh my god. So yeah, Tigger on acid again. So yeah, that was really lovely, thank you very much. But I really love her videos. Better. And I really like Disney. I haven't got Disney stuff, but I like the Disney thing. I actually brought back from Scotland all of Zelda's Disney DVDs. She literally has every Disney DVD, you name it, she had it. She was a big Disney fan, and I grabbed those for Philippa, and I've brought them home so that when she's a little bit older I can say to her about Auntie Zelda, and then say, and this is what you have to, you know, of Auntie Zelda's. One of the things. She also has a teddy, but I'm not going to go back to that. So Disney DVDs. Yeah, Laura, if you're ever in Surrey, you can come round and watch Disney DVDs with us, because I have them all now. Someone who I only just found recently, but who I adore, Kaj Crafts. If you haven't seen Kaj's channel, go and have a look. She is the most incredible lady, and as with the other 2 I've just mentioned, so real, so honest, and I would really recommend you to go see. She does 3 videos a week, and in February she's doing some mutual exchange things with people, because she normally does like a haul video type thing, but she's on a no spend February, so she's going to do swaps with people instead. But she makes some really lovely stuff. She made some really cool little wands recently, rosette wands. They were quite cool. I want to try and make one for the baby's pram. I don't think my husband will like it very much, but I want one, so I'm going to try and make her one. But yeah, Garage Craft, brilliant. It's literally like sitting opposite and just having a cup of tea and a natter. It's brilliant. That's what I really like. On Saturday mornings, so Jeanette left Craft Stash very recently and it was really sad, but she has started to do YouTube lives on her Jeanette Lane channel. And it's really nice. There's a whole little community of us there already that go every week, and Jeanette makes stuff, we all chat, we watch what she's making. This morning I was crafting along whilst trying to watch the video and read the comments and write comments. It's really, really lovely, and I really look forward to the Saturday morning lives. And yeah, it's just a really nice little thing to do on a Saturday morning. It's a nice way to start the weekend. And then Mrs. Paper Lover. Now, she has a video. The first one I saw was on her playlists, called, and it was a Trimcraft one. And this is the first video of hers I'd ever watched. Just happened. It's not the first video she ever done. And the way she reacted, it just made me think, oh my god, she's like me. And she reacts like me. And she's just brilliant. And she loves paper pads like I do as well. Which I think most crafters do though, don't we? If we're honest. We all love paper pads. But she's awesome. And she does a lot of scrapbooking. And again, totally different style to me. But she's just awesome. And I just like watching her stuff. So... some others I follow, but not as closely as the others. Hedgehog Hollow, I like. Tim Holtz. I could watch him all day. And he's so pretty. But I love his... There was an event in America recently and people were doing lives with him, and I was watching those, and he just blows me away. He's just... I don't know where he gets the ideas from, and they just work. He's just brilliant. And also, who doesn't love Distress Inks? I just love the names. I'm a sucker. Seedless Preserves, brilliant. I just love things with kitsch names, and you know, he just nailed it. Jennifer Maguire, I like to dip in and out of her channel, and Split Coast Stampers. I don't know if you've heard of them, but they're brilliant. They do fun fold cards, they do stamping techniques. They're really good, and I really like Split Coast Stampers. I used to watch them a lot. I've kind of drifted away a bit now, but I do kind of dip in and out. And the other one I like, the blog I go to the most when I'm doing card making and stuff, looking for an inspiration, Becky's Place. It's absolutely fantastic. If you haven't had a look at Becky's Place, do. She's got an A to Z of fun fold cards, and again, easy, step by step, easy to follow. Some of them have videos on them. Really, really good. I really like Becky's Place for inspiration, or if I'm stuck for something, or I want something a bit special, you know, that's where I go. And yeah, so those are kind of who I watch on YouTube, like craft wise. My biggest card making loves: stamping, colouring. I need to get better at colouring. I stopped towards the end of my pregnancy because I just couldn't sit for a long period of time. It was too uncomfortable. And then when I had the baby, I'm only just getting back into it, and I'm not happy with how it's going at the moment, so I need to practice colouring more. But I do love it. I find it relaxing. Claire Rowlands, brilliant. If you ever get the opportunity to watch her colour, she's just amazing. And her classes, honestly, I learnt so much in a day. Her classes tend to be up in Lancashire way. And I keep saying, if she ever comes down here, I'm so going. But yeah, watch her. She's great. And what they called? There is a stamp brand that do Clearly... Oh, I can't think what they're called. Clearly something. But they do colouring videos. They do teaser ones on Facebook, and then they have a YouTube channel. it's on the tip of my tongue, I can't think clearly. Something, they're really good for colouring to watch. And fun fold cards. I love fun fold cards. My favourite is the Joy Fold card, but I love fun fold cards. I can't talk now, I'm running out of talk. The craft community in general, I just love them. I tell you, they're the most encouraging, supportive, lovely bunch. There is not another community like this that I have found that is so welcoming, open. You know, you read through comments and it's very rare to find a negative, bad comment. Whereas other communities, it's rife, you know. And when I had the baby, I'm in a Facebook group, and well, I'm in several, but this one particular group, we're like a little family. We've never met. Well, I've met one of them when I went to LA, of all places. But we all chat, we make stuff, we do cards, you know. When I had the baby, I had cards from pretty much every member. Some people made stuff for the baby, some people sent gifts, but pretty much everyone sent a handmade card, and that blew me away. And like with the hormones, you can imagine how much I cried because I was so touched. But you don't get that in other communities, and it just blew me away. Like these people who have never properly met me, and they're taking time to make me cards for my baby. And you know, I call them all her honorary aunties. They're all her honorary aunties. But they're a really special bunch. I love them. They're just the most amazing ladies. But the craft community in general, it is the most amazing, supportive place to be. And I hope it stays that way. And I hope it doesn't change, because there's just so much bad in the world. It's nice to have a little safe zone where you can come and be yourself and talk to like-minded people and be encouraged and supported, and it's just lovely. So yeah, things I love about card making, I definitely love the community. Things I don't like, I hate glue on scissors. I can never get it off. That was something that happened when I was very new and I didn't know any better, and yeah. So glue on scissors and losing my tiny stamps. I've only lost 2, but it really annoys me, and it's normally the ones that I really like. So don't like losing things. And I think that's about it. Just looking at my list, and I think I've pretty much covered everything. So I hope you have liked the video. I hope you feel like you might know me a little bit better. Maybe leave some comments, tell me about yourself, say hi. I like to chat to you guys in comments when you're nice enough to leave me comments. If you're a new subscriber, please do make sure you ring that bell so that you get notifications when I upload. If you're one of my regular subscribers, thanks so much for watching today, and I hope this bit hasn't scared you too much. And I hope I haven't bored you all to tears blethering on, because I kind of don't know when to shut up. I get carried away, it just keeps coming. But I'll be back soon with hopefully a card making or a scrapbooking video. And thank you very much for watching today. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.